Hi guys, my name is Tiana Smith. I'm 22 years old and I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
Black. Black. Of the very darkest color, owing to the absence of or complete absorption of light. The opposite of white. Opposite of liberated, the opposite of privilege, but also black. Down in the bones of connecting like railroads, undergrounding, lamp in window burning, it all to ash, karma. The sum of a person's actions in this and previous lives viewed as deciding their fate in future existences existing. Still, we survived it all. Still, black. Still, twice as good. Still, we ask, what if it were us? What of the bodies we would have scraped off the steps of the pepper spray to blind us, the water hose to move those who will not be moved, those who cannot be turned around? What of the dragging that would have taken place, the shaming, the public lynching for simply being simply we are at war? And our bodies have been riddled for less yet, and yet, and yet, black of the highest level of difficulty. So who wants smoke but not really? Who wants smoke? Not really. Black. Black. Not raging, enraged, cause black, the absence of fear, yet cognizant of danger, how dangerous we are when we know ourselves, when we say no more, say less, sun, gun, blaze, high, tide, high, noon, high, fire, bring the body down, the tree won't hold, we have no grace left in us for you, no mercy, merciless. We are merciful gods, Negroes, sweet and docile, meek, humble, and kind. Beware of the day we change our minds.
So introduce yourself, your name, age, where you're from.
Hi guys, my name is Tiana Smith. I'm 22 years old and I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
So would you consider yourself to be more organized on a normal day or unplanned, and why?
I'm unorganized, but I try to plan it out like accordingly. Like I'm not organized. Like I have so much thoughts running through my brain that I try to put it all in one paper, which can't fit, but I try to plan it out where I could like, okay, let's take a step at a time so I could plan this out good, because I know I have so much ideas running through my head, but taking a step at a time really is going to get the masterpiece done.
Period. So are you a breakfast, lunch, or dinner person?
I like food overall, so it don't matter when it is. I could have breakfast at dinner, dinner at breakfast. Like, I love food.
Based on your age, do you feel like you're on track with your peers or behind? Explain why.
Me overall, I feel like, and this is just personally me, it don't have to do with anybody else, but I guess from viewing from other people, I always feel like I'm a little bit behind, because I'm always have that, like I said, I always like overthink. I always like plan so much where I really want to be on the next level even before I even touch it. So it's like I feel like I could work more on my craft and harder to get on the next level until I know where I'm satisfied when I'm there.
So what is your family background like?
My family is from the islands, so from my father and my mother, I'm gonna be the first one to ever touch college. And so normally, like in the beginning, they was really strict on me, but since like they see like I went to a whole different country for school, like they loosen up and like see like what I'm doing for myself and trying to perfect my life the way how I'm trying to get. My mother, she always had my back since day one. She was like my main supporter since I was in her stomach. So like anything with my dance career, she always had my back. Like even right now, I have this whole dance piece I had to do for my senior capstone. And like literally she's the one that paid for my costumes because I'm stressed. I don't know when I'm gonna get these. She just said, here, like you already know I have your back. Stop worrying, stop stressing. Like you know I got you. Like she never had no problem with me when it comes to like dance.
So based on the previous question, do you or have you ever felt like a black sheep before compared to your relatives?
Yeah, I would say I always felt like a black sheep anywhere I go because I don't know if it's just me being me, but if that me being me, like imitate people where they don't feel like they be able to approach me or like they just don't want to approach me because I'm just being me.
So do you ever feel stifled based on where you grew up or no?
A little bit because everybody have like a little bit of family problems, so it's like how growing up it's like what affect my life, but I don't make it affect it because at the end of the day it's like you came in this world alone and you leaving out it alone, so it's you that have to decide how to plan out your life in order to get what you want.
Do you have a close relationship to where you grew up or your hood, or did you isolate yourself more from the people around you?
Oh, I was definitely in the hood. Like that's me. Like I'm social. Like I'm not friendly, but I'm social because I like to make connections. Because like connections build bridges, which you never know what you like. Hey, you want to do something together? Because you never know who you could call back from like your past or anything. So building connections was my biggest thing in life in general, even though I didn't even know what I was doing like at a young age. Like that was just always me because I felt like if anything, like if you like in a tough jiff, you could always call back and like, hey, can I get help? So like building bridges was one of my main things in life.
Where would you say your hood is where everybody knows you and you feel the most welcome?
Brooklyn, I really say. I would say that because like my high school environment really was like more of a family environment, depending on like what group of friends you made. Like my best friend is like freshman year of high school. Like we're still best friends to this day. So like that right there, connections that I made, like it makes me who I am. Like having somebody there for you, like have your back all the time. Even if she's right now in New York and I'm here, like we still talking to each other. So it's like connections.
So in primary school, did you feel like your teachers had your best interest at heart, or do you feel like they didn't believe in you?
It was hard to like really tell. Like honestly, I guess it's tough love, and that's really what the dance world or any other place or industry is gonna give you, tough love. That's really if you know they have your back 100%, because you're really gonna see who's fake and who's not, who's being real, who's trying to be petty but trying to still trying to do their jobs. But it's just a way how people say stuff. So I'll say like for like just in general, be mindful how you talk to people, because sometimes your words could stick to the back of their brain and they gonna make you really think on like what you really trying to come for. But if you really have a bond with that person, you already know it's tough love. If not, it's pettiness.
Right. So do you have anybody you take care of, or how does this play a role in your day-to-day life?
Honestly, I don't take care of nobody for real. I just also, really, if anything, my mother, because since don't worry, I have my father's there, but she really the one who literally have all my best interests. So it's I always really go to her, make sure she's straight and everything. I started at the age of 3 years old, and it was at Restoration Youth Academy.
When did you know you were destined for dance?
I wasn't destined for dance. Dance picked me, and my mother picked it for me. And so I developed just going to like this thing called creative movement as a child. So each level I was just brought up, and that it was always in me when I was 3. So it was just dancing on.
How can you express emotion through your dance?
Really, it's the music that speaks to me, and like I listen, like well, also if I'm giving like work, I listen to what's the idea of the choreographer and what's the story they want behind it, and I try to match that up to the music and what they're giving, so I could give them both, like more texture with the music and give them the feeling that they want.
Has there ever been experiences in which dance helped you heal from something?
Honestly, when people come up to me and tell me like how such a beautiful dancer I am, because I don't see what other people see. Like I still see like, okay, I could work on this, all right, like this is not it. But people like, no, that wasn't. You give what I wanted to see, like, and it's really crazy because it's really on the performance day when I give it the 100 that people like, okay, why you didn't get this in class? I'm like, sorry, like, it's just like, I guess it's like, I'm a scaredy cat when it comes on stage, but then it's also the audience that make me help bring out the emotion more, because it's like I'm being watched, so I'm going to give you what you want to see, you know?
So what is it like to be a Black female dancer in your surroundings?
Honestly, I was around my people of my kind, so it was like, it's great to be around my people of my color, because it made me feel like, you know, just a regular person, but then also just feeling like a regular person has its perks where favoritism come in, because like, okay, you're Black, but that means she's Black too, but she's giving what I want. So people look at favoritism a lot, like I said earlier, and it's really, that's gonna be the crucial part of being a Black dancer surrounded other Black people. But it's really you that make the best of the experience and how you could better your future.
So do you feel like Black women are promoted in the dance industry overall?
I say we're starting to be more promoted now, because like if you have an example like Hamilton, like you see like they want more Black people, because honestly I feel like us Black people, we give emotion to everything. Like we really put emotion to what we do and put passion to our work. So like now that it's like starting to be, I say less more, it's being more diverse now. People like open to just taking everybody as a community, so I say that's good. So like it should be more like that, and it should have never been where we had to fight to be seen, because at the end of the day everybody's people, so it shouldn't be the matter of what our skin color is. It should be what we give out, our work.
So did anyone ever try to take advantage of you during your dance career? If so, how did it change you and how did you overcome it?
Well, bringing back to favoritism, like me not being picked, me being like the Black sheep, like it sorry, one more time, say that question.
No, you're fine.
Mm-hmm.
Did anyone try to take advantage of you during your dance career? And how did it change you and how did you overcome it?
Yeah, like basically when favoritism and be like that make me feel like a Black sheep, because this person will get picked for this solo and this and that, when that person know how much talent you have. And it's like I feel like everybody should have opportunity to have a spotlight and not just pick that same repetitive people. And that, like I said, it'll make me feel some type of way, but at the end of the day I'm gonna push past it, because I know at the end of the day there's more opportunity outside there, and I'm gonna make my own opportunity.
So this is not on, that's like the end of the dance questions, but I did want to ask, like when it comes to dance overall, like not just in your particular studio that you dance in, but like overall, do you think for Black women, light skin and dark skin plays a factor in getting roles in dance?
It honestly depends on like where, like probably for like if a Broadway show or something, like yeah, because certain directors and producers looking for this certain look. But with dance schools or companies, no, it's really what you put on the table.
So what overall do you want to give like the people about, you know, your dance career, or what do you hope to achieve, and what are you the most proud of that you've done so far?
Honestly, what I want to achieve is to make my own dance company, and it's going to be like basically diverse. I don't care who's my dancers. I just want people who wants to dance, and like I really want it to be where you could like, you know, dance to like certain, like say if it's like a hip hop song, find a way to use technique to that, like, because not everything has to be hip hop to hip hop or jazz to jazz. I want to be where I could just do different styles to different things. So like, especially like me, because also besides dance, I rap. Like if I do become famous with rapping, like I could use my ballet or my modern technique into that segment. I don't have to do hip hop. I don't have to shake my ass, like, you know. So it's like there's more to being just inside the box.
I love that. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Okay.